Hi, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. I'm Ezrin. Today I'm going to explain to you about activity-based costing. Basically, what is activity-based costing, or in short, ABC? It is a costing technique whereby you allocate your overhead costs based on the activity. You assign your overhead cost to your cost object based on the activity. So now let's look at a question on this ABC. So Cloverwell Paint Berhad manufactures two high-quality base paint, an all-base paint and a latex paint. The all-base paint is a high volume, while the latex is a low volume production. An all-base paint requires 1.5 hours of direct labor, while the latex paint requires 2 hours of direct labor for completion. You are also being given the information about the material costs, which are 18.8 and 26.5 for both of these products. And you are being given the information about the direct labor cost per hour for both products. And currently, the company is using the traditional costing method, and they intend to change to the activity-based costing technique. On top of that, you are also being given the information whereby the company identifies 6 activity cost pool and their related cost drivers, as well as the accumulated overhead costs by the cost pool. So you have all these 6 activity cost pools and the estimated overhead cost. In addition, you are also being given the cost drivers for each of these activities. For example, for receiving activity, you will have the number of batches received for all base paint is 215, while for latex paint is 120. Whereas for filling, you have the machine hours. The cost driver is machine hours. You have 27,000 machine hours for oil base, and for latex, you have 8,000, and so on. What is it that you are required to do? So you are required to determine the total unit cost for each of your product using the traditional product costing. Then you are required to again determine the total unit cost, but now using the ABC method. Then you need to compare and comment whether the traditional costing method has overstated or understated your products. First, let's look at the calculation of total unit cost based on your traditional product costing. Bear in mind that the material and labor remains the same. Either you use the traditional method or the activity-based costing method. The difference just lies in the treatment of your overhead. Before you can calculate your overhead, traditionally, we have to determine our overhead absorption rate. So first, you need to calculate your OAR. So you need to calculate your overhead absorption rate, or your OAR. That is your budgeted production cost, or specifically your overhead cost divided by your total direct labor hours. How do I know? You have to divide by the total direct labor hours. This one, you can look at the question. If you look at the question, it states that the company is using the traditional costing method, and it uses the overhead is absorbed based on direct labor hours. So based on direct labor hours. And what about the total overhead? Total overhead, if you are using the activity based or you use the traditional method, total overhead remains the same. So you just total up all this overhead, all these 6 activity costs were all based on estimated overhead. This one, you total up, and that will give you a total overhead of 1584280. So this is your total overhead divided by your total direct labor hours. Where do I get these figures? So your total direct labor hours, in the question, it is being stated that an all-base paint requires 1.5 hours of direct labor, while your latex paint requires 2 hours of direct labor. So 1.5 hours per unit. So you have to times with your 54,000 units plus 2 hours for your latex, and you have to times with your 10,200 units. So that gives you a total of 101,400 direct labor hours, giving you the OAR rate and overhead absorption rate of 15 ringgit and 62 cent per direct labor hour. Then continue to calculate the product cost. So you have to add your direct material. So direct material, where do I get this 18.8 and 26.5? Directly from the question. So if you look at the question, it is being stated that the direct labor material cost per unit are 18.8 and 26.5 for oil-based paint and latex paint respectively. So you take it from there. Then for your direct labor, it is being given direct labor cost is 7 ringgit per hour. Therefore, you have to times with the hours consumed by that product. Accordingly, you will have 7 times 1.5 and 7 times 1.2, giving you this one, these two figures. Next, your overhead. You have calculated just now, your OAR is 15.62. So if you look here, your OAR just now is 15.62 per direct labor hour. Then you have to times with your direct labor hours consumed. Finally, you get the production cost per unit of your oil-based paint as 52.73 and your latex 71.74. That's for the first part of the question. Thank you.